trying to maintain his composure, right?
Yep.
Do you want to give him a treat?
Okay.
What might help too is if we teach her, like, putting it in her hand,
Yeah.
like a bowl.
Here, Bubba, can you keep your hand nice and flat like a plate? Like you're giving it to him on a plate?
You can do
Oh,
it
okay.
too.
Sounds good. Good boy, Waffle. Good boy.
We can always work on it
Yeah, we'll
later.
practice.
Good job. But just getting him used to seeing people and then redirecting back to us.
Yeah.
That way, if he sees somebody coming, we can try to get him used to listening to the job. Good job.
You can give him a pet, Bubba.
So like
Yeah,
that?
use your hand like a plate, okay? That's fine.
It'll be a work in progress.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that on your part.
Yep, I got that. That part's with me.
That's fine. But that way, especially if there's a runner coming right now,
yeah.
we have to kind of get him set up for success. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the last video, because I just set it up this morning.
Yeah.
But being able to recognize your surroundings and getting him to kind of calm down and focus on you first makes it a lot easier than trying to get his attention after he gets excited.
Yeah.
But the key to part of the desensitizing and self-discipline too is actually allowing him to see the runners still and everything, and not having to force him to maintain control or focus the whole time. We want him to see, but then we want him to just redirect back to us.
Yeah.
So it's a little like a ping pong effect.
That's okay. He's hot.
Oh.
Dogs drool when they're hot.
Good boy. So getting him to sit and stay is just normal practice here. I use the elevated bed just because it gives him a target, and then especially during the summer months, lifting him off the ground gets it a little bit cooler and more comfortable for him too. So that's why we use this one. Good boy. Ready? Stay. Come. Good boy. All right. So making sure that he stays until you tell him to come or until you release him. Okay, the next exercise is just gonna be him following you around the course here. Good boy. Wait. Just wait. Good boy. Right? And what I do is I just have him focus on me as we're walking, so that way, good boy.
Let me know if you need me to get rid of.
No, it's fine.
Differently.
Good boy, right? Yes. And all this first exercise is just starting and stopping, right? Because I want him to focus on me while we're walking, so much so that he he notices when I start and when I stop. Good boy. Come.
I've noticed a lot of progress with that. It's good.
Right?
Looking for you.
So it's a lot less of having to continuously prompt him and more of him focusing on us. Yeah, what are we doing? Where are we going, right? See if he needs to pee.
Bubba, give him some space. He might pee.
He got a little bit of water earlier.
I go in the state too.
Usually with the longer leash, we've also just been practicing his name for recall. Oh, we're gonna get all tangled up now. There you go, good boy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you'll just have to.
Stay on one side of the leash and go over it.
You have to just be careful when using it, because a lot of times people get rope burn and get tangled up and stuff. But so long as you're aware of what's going on, then it's a relatively safe thing. I'll use this instead of just the training lead, just because it's more convenient. Good boy. So I'll give this to Mom.
Okay.
And we're gonna have you just kind of walk back and forth. And as soon as he kind of gets distracted and drifts off, let him
You walk next to me on this side, okay?
let him walk away and then call him back with his name for a treat. But until then, just having him follow you through the course. You can go left, you can go right.
Thank you, Sophia. Good job. Good boy. Are you ready, Bub? Do a circle.
And what I do here is pretend that I have a treat still, and then I direct him to my eyes. Because we want him to focus on us instead of the treat. There you go.
Good boy.
On us instead of the treat. Good boy. All right, so I'll follow you guys.
Okay. Waffle.
Perfect. Good.
Good boy. Waffles. Come on.
Yep, and then just keep walking. There you
Good
go.
boy. Sophia, stay over here. Not on the other black part.
Here you go, Waffy.
Honey, I think we're going to leave this stick for now, okay? Can you save it for after? Put it on the side.
Hey, Waffy.
Good boy. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. Now let me know if you train 4-year-olds too. Come on, Waffles.
You're gonna be on your own on that one.
Waffles, come. Good boy.
Why do you keep sitting on the one?
Good. And then whenever you're ready, if he's not gonna go drift too far away, you can have him place or sit on the mat there for a treat. And that's usually what I'll do is I'll have him follow me around for a little bit, do a few things, and then he gets her.
Good boy.
Do a few things and then he gets her reward.
Can I hold the leash all by myself?
Not right now, okay? But maybe next one.
Good. So here's will be a good one, right?
Yeah.
So we'll get ready here in case we need to. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, I was hoping they were gonna run across this
Yeah.
way. But the main thing is to get him to kind of, let's see if we can turn him around this way. Hey, bud. Waffles. Good boy. Sit. Okay. Look. Wait. Perfect. Yes, there we go.
Good boy.
And that's all I'm looking for. The sooner that you can do that and the less that the runners or somebody startles him,
Yeah.
the easier it'll be, because then you're not just going through him being startled and
Right.
then being excited about somebody running. But if he can at least see them running in advance, you can kind of get his attention and calm him down
Yeah.
and get him used to the situation before it's too high. Perfect.
And
So
is it usually stopping him and getting him to sit if like something's coming or?
Yeah, what I'll usually do, like on the trails, is I'll just notice somebody coming back or forth.
Mhm.
Good boy. And I'll just move a little bit out of the way, right? Because we want to try to get him to the point where they can just whoosh on by suddenly.
Yeah.
But that's still a pretty tall order,
Right.
you know, for
Yeah.
any pup, let alone one that's already a little bit
Right.
reactive, right? So,
Sounds good.
good boy. So here, we'll just walk towards him, see if he starts getting interested. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, rub it
Yeah. Waffles. Yes, good boy.
That
Good.
was good, see?
Good boy.
Went
Good
wandering,
listen.
And then when he said his name, he came back.
Good boy. Yep.
Waffy.
Good boy. And then this way.
He doesn't do that with us.
Right, he's learning new
Well,
things. Right?
hopefully he will from now on.
Exactly.
Here, I'll let you try.
Can I try?
You can try with me, okay?
There you go.
Well, just to walk him again.
Yep, just walk them by. If you want, you can just kind of walk like perpendicular to where they are.
That part, okay, just the handle.
So that way we're not being too weird and going up to strangers, right?
How do I stop it? It's just you push it down.
Yep, you just push it down, but try to leave it loose and try to get him to stop by himself.
Okay, I need to press it right now. All right, come on, Mom. Go away. Okay, well, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go a little circle, okay?
Yep. Good, there you go. Perfect, there you go.
Ah,
Now I'm doggy that
yeah, honey steps.
Technically, that's all there is to it, is just giving him praise for when he responds, when you
Right.
redirect him, and then getting him socialized so he's just used to strangers being
Right.
around and moving and everything. Right now, this is really easy because, well, it's
You wanna go?
easier because we're starting off from a distance,
Mhm.
and then, you know, as it gets harder when, you know, there's either
Right,
more
on
people
top of you,
around
yeah.
or faster moving things.
Yeah, we have a big walking path right behind our house, so it's a popular running path. So that's
Be
we're
good
always
practice.
kind of close. Honey, not on the ants. Okay? Get off. Thank you.
So if you want, we'll do a couple more other exercises, and then I'll move the car and get everything packed up, and we'll do like a little walk around the
In PetSmart.
sidewalk there and in PetSmart, just to give you a little bit of the same thing but social. So that'll be one thing
Good
too.
boy, good boy. Honey, don't touch that part, okay?
Yeah, that'll be
Don't touch
hard.
the handle part.
I'll give you this, and I'll take the leash.
Okay.
And go ahead and have him go over to the placement mat, and then have him sit stay.
Okay.
And then you guys walk around for a little bit, and then you release him by calling him to whenever you're ready. And this is just basic discipline.
Sit, stay. Okay, ready? Walk with me. Come here.
So that will be the first part, right? When you start walking away, if he starts to break his stay, you stop and then reinforce the stay.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Over
reset
here.
him again. I'll help you by spotting for you this time.
Sit, stay,
Go nice and slow.
stay.
Good boy.
Perfect. Good.
Good job.
Okay. Now try it again, but this time kind of move back and forth a little bit. It's fine. She's rearranging the obstacle course for us.
All right, Waffles, get on there. Sit. Okay, stay.
Come.
It's very realistic, at least.
Cute. It's just a good distraction.
Good boy.
Perfect.
Come.
There you go. Good. And what that second part does is just gets him used to getting used to movement, but not moving.
Yeah,
So even though it's not quite the same as a jogger going by quickly, it's still like the kind of the foundation that we need to build on.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's something you would just do inside or outside.
I usually, right now, we're just usually doing it by the trails or also by the PetSmart entrance because you'll have both people and dogs coming and going. And what I do is I'll try to make a video of this sometime. It's usually not the most exciting video because we'll kind of set this up and it's usually be in a time-lapse format. But we'll have them just sit, stay, and have just people come and go. But what's good about doing it in front of like a PetSmart or a Petco is that you'll also have the dogs and stuff coming and going. And you just start with distance. So if he is having a hard time staying and focusing on you, you start further.
You can stack them for you. The tower.
Thank you.
Good job.
You start further away, and then as he gets better, then you kind of move closer and closer to the entrance. And we do the same thing with the trail work as you kind of, hopefully we'll see later tonight whenever you get a chance to watch his video, because he did really good. And we're almost right to the point where we're right next to the trail by the bench now.
That's great. Awesome.
Good boy. Do you have any questions before I pause the recording?
I don't think so.
Oh, we're gonna eat a bee.
So what's your favorite color? Very good. Sophia, what do you say?
You're welcome. So all I have on him right now is that anti-bark collar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn it on. So that way if he does start getting too excited because another dog is barking at him or gets apprehensive barking from a person, the collar itself will help to redirect him. Partly because the vibration will kind of interrupt and startle him from focusing on that. And then also partly because of the tone training we've been doing. So I've combined the tone with him having to like turn around. We've done it so often now that almost when he hears it, it's kind of redirects back. We try to build a positive connection to it as well when he like tries to hump his friend there. I'll beat my device and he comes to me for a treat after he settles down. So it's a good way to be able to not only kind of correct the unwanted behavior, but also to redirect him at the same time. And luckily for you, he doesn't seem to need anything stronger than just to beat him and vibrate, which is really good. Some dogs, you know, they can just ignore the tone altogether, and some pups ignore the vibrate.
Let's see what we're gonna do next, okay?
But he's actually a pretty gentle soul, so luckily, that's all.
Honey, stay with us, okay? Thank you. No, but we're running circles with me. Thank you.
So what we'll do is
you can let go, okay, if he goes too far.
There you
that's
go.
okay. That's why there's two. So that's perfect.
So what we'll do is we'll just kind of walk around for a little bit and let him redirect. The main thing we've been working on for his leash skills is the leash pressure into a heel. So usually
Sophia, let go. Bubba, let go.
Does she want the longer lead maybe?
That's okay. Just let go for a minute, okay? We're gonna watch the treat.
I might give her like the retractable one, so that way she can kind of go in and out.
She's gonna like drop it though, so that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is just kind of have him walk, let him smell, and then as soon as he hits that pressure,
Yeah.
yes, good boy. He stops, and then,
Taking it back.
it's a little bit harder here with everything going on,
Yeah.
but that's fine. Good boy, come. And then into the heel. Good boy.
Waffle. Oopsies.
And, oh, he's stuck. Ew, leave it, big guy. There you go.
Can I have it?
We get to take it off for now if you want.
No.
Oh, he heard the bag.
I need waffle.
Good boy.
Honey, you gotta stay with me, okay?
No, that's fine if she wants to go. Good boy.
I just don't know where we're walking to.
Oh.
Hold on, we just gotta wait till we know the directions, okay?
Oh, we're just gonna start going by here. Yep.
Okay, hold on.
I can try to. I wonder if I have a walk.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
We can also, we're gonna go soon so she can have good rest.
Gotcha. Here, let's do this. Let's take this off of here. We'll put it on here.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Bob, here you go. Okay. But
Now
make
she can
sure
kind of
we're
help
paying
us.
attention, okay?
Okay,
Want
so
it
now
to
when
stay in
he
the same place.
hard pulls like that, and we want
Yep.
to make sure that he doesn't make any progress.
Okay.
And at this point, you have a couple different options of things that you can do. You can wait until he recognizes
Okay,
that
just stand there gently.
he can't go forward.
Mm-hmm.
You can use his name to
Mhm.
redirect him back, or you can offer him guidance on where he should be going or what he should be doing by either moving back or having him come into your heel.
Okay.
It's going to be just important that when he does start pulling that you recognize that you have all these options and
Yeah.
to do something other than just allowing him to continue on forward.
Right.
Good boy. Right?
Okay, just wait for it. I'm gonna try directions again. Okay, and then we'll get it again. Honey, you can ask you to put your finger.
Because he doesn't generally understand the concept of where we're going with him and what we want to do,
Right.
he's just
Honey,
interested.
I don't like that sound.
Oh, he's just kind of interested in exploring.
When I pick him up, I won't have her, so probably we'll just kind of visit with him.
No,
Sorry.
no problem.
You guys need some water for him?
Oh, I just got him some. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I had 3 animals when I worked at Woodbridge Animal Hospital that died from heat exhaustion. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
all under 3.
Poor thing.
They have to have water.
Oh yeah, definitely. Train of thought. Okay. So when we're working with him, we want to try to keep in mind that we want him
Okay,
to
so
just
see how he was pulling too hard. So then we can do something else to make him go back.
good boy. There you
Choose
go.
his name.
You want to try to call him?
And say his name.
Waffle.
Waffles. And come back.
Good
Good
boy.
boy.
There you go. Good.
Good job.
So it's important to be nice and patient and slow with these things,
Yeah.
because if we just keep progressively moving forward into more distractions and into more new places, it continuously adds excitement, and then
Yeah.
you have to continuously try to take it away.
Right.
Good boy, right? So we're gonna try just having
So
him
let
walk
go,
with us
'cause we're
this
gonna
way.
Switch directions.
boy.
And we'll wait for them. Okay.
Good boy. With me? Good. So instead of allowing him to just get really excited now
Yeah.
by moving in the same direction, try to get his attention early,
Mhm.
right? So we're kind of ping-ponging again.
Yeah.
Good boy. So with no ping-ponging and him just being
Just get
excited
some
towards something,
height.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna let him go ahead and explore a little bit again.
Honey, I'm gonna tell you when it's your turn.
Aw.
Again, okay? Just wait.
It seemed like a good idea in my head.
Yeah,
for
no,
those.
right. It was very nice of you. Totally.
Okay, Waffle. Okay.
Honey, I told you not yet, okay? Let's
Good
wait till
boy.
we're inside and settled, okay? Okay.
Oh, we got some gummy
Oh,
bears.
yeah, that's honey. Those.
Yes, good boy. Very good.
He's good.
Good boy.
Those like lobsters.
And so, because it's going to be really busy,
Okay.
oh, hold on. I'll wait for the truck to pass. So, because it's going to be really busy as soon as we walk in, because most of the people will be by generally the registers, we're going to have a plan to just kind of walk in and then guide him to where we want to go. So
Perfect.
that way, kind of like with the cone exercise, we're actively leading instead of worrying about him getting distracted with pulling the places.
Okay. We'll just follow you.
I'll just show you what that looks like.
Well, but once we're settled inside.
Good boy. Good boy. Oh, thank you.
Just leave it.
Yes, good boy. Right? So instead of constantly worrying about telling him where not to go and what not to do,
Yeah.
letting the leash do most of that work for us by creating that boundary, and then having him listen to the directional pressure
Oh yeah, we have the same shark toy. How cool.
by having him kind of following us with the directional pressure by
Yeah.
just go
Look
wait.
at this
Okay.
one,
Right?
hot dog.
Good boy.
Hot dog.
Oh, we got a hot dog.
Cool.
Good boy.
It's okay, Peach.
Yeah. Bubba, do you want to hold the leash a little bit while we're walking on the aisle? Go ahead.
There you go.
Oh, cow.
You have to drop it if I tell you to drop it, okay? Thank you.
And it's good when you're out practicing to either do a combination of the leash pressure, good boy, and having him stop and wait,
And
or when
pacifier
you're starting to
for it.
move before he gets to the end of the leash, utilizing his name,
Yeah.
right? So in this case, because I want him to go back this way,
Dresses
Good.
for dogs. You can't
really?
dress him up.
A
yet.
dress? That's so cute.
They
So
can
the-
dress him up.
Just
yet.
like you.
so before it
I can't
gets
dress
to
him up yet, right?
Right. We're not going to dress him up right now.
Waffles.
Baby little.
Maybe for Halloween.
Yes.
Not sure if you heard with everything else going
Yeah.
on here. Let's try again. So we're gonna just start walking back this way.
Yeah, this way.
Good boy. Yes, good boy.
Good boy.
Yep.
Hi.
And as soon as he goes by Waffles, yes, there we go. Good.
Good boy.
So that way you still practice that verbal
Yeah.
redirect, but then as soon as he starts pulling again, we stop, and then we're gonna pull
Okay,
him
Sophia,
back this
follow.
way. Good boy, right? Just to get his attention back in. So a lot of times people will make the mistake, not really a mistake, but trying to request his attention when
Yeah.
he's distracted by something. All we're doing is we're skipping that step and we're just telling him what to do
Something
instead.
else. Redirect.
Exactly. Because if you try to take
Drop it for a sec, okay?
that's fine. If you take too much time just trying to get him to stop doing something and
Yeah.
getting his attention, then that's more time that he's just pulling
Yeah.
right on you. Whereas if you just kind of show him where you want to go and what you want to do
Yeah.
instead, you can kind of cut out that step. If you want, I can let you give it a try, and
Cool.
I'll give you a couple treats here. Hey,
Waffles, come here.
I found
And
a
your goal
unicorn
here-
toy for Waffle.
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
Your goal is to just kind of walk through the different
Okay.
aisles
All right, Bobby, follow me.
and know where you want to go,
Yep.
and kind of just stay
Here,
true to
wanna
your
hold it?
pathing.
Yep.
Okay, you gotta follow me, okay? The handle him.
I think she's going for the
There we go.
Good boy.
Good boy, Waff. So what are the points you reward? Waffles?
Pacifier
Good
for.
boy.
Perfect. That.
I saw pacifier for him.
Waffles.
If he's a baby,
Waffles.
he can have the
Perfect. There you go. Good.
Waffles.
There you go. Good.
boy.
Now this time, since you know that's going to be a distraction, go back through. But before he gets distracted by it, try to maintain his focus.
Okay.
Because that is going to be what helps ultimately, especially with the heel work that we're doing.
Yeah.
It's just part,
Waffles.
right?
Waffles. Good boy.
Good. I have him
David?
focused with you.
Boy.
Look, dresses for Waffle.
Good. There you go.
Waffle. Why are there dresses for
And then just-
Waffle?
Good boy.
Good. So now this time, instead of calling his name, let the leash do the work because you're calling his name every time the leash pressure hits too.
Gotcha. So then what do? You just let the leash get taut and then you turn around?
It'll get up taut. The leash pressure will kind of work all on its own as you're moving away. It'll increase in pressure, right? So go ahead and turn this way since they're mopping that way.
Okay, so you gotta follow me this way. Okay, follow Mom.
And you'll notice. Good. And then just walk through it. Yep, just walk. There you go. Perfect. There you go, and just walk. Yep. Almost. For you, you have the habit of pulling and verbal command at the same time. Try just keeping your arm nice and loose, doing a big U-turn, and just coming this way. Good.
Sophia, come on. Sophia.
Uh-oh. Good. Now just come this way. And then go back down the other aisle again. And just walk. Yep. There you go. Good. It's a little bit harder for you right now because you also have a little bit more distractions. But once you kind of get the hang of it,
Okay, Sophia, can you drop it?
it's more of a fluid motion, right? So go ahead and turn around again since they're mopping that way.
Sophia, follow me.
Yeah. Good, there you go.
Oh boy.
And then whenever he does redirect you, at least let him know that he's doing the right thing, and then you have the option of rewarding him if necessary too.
Good boy. Alright.
Yep. Perfect, there you go. Good, much better. So you kind of see how that works out? There we go, once again, perfect, there you go. So you kind of have to learn to let the training and the leash pressure do the work for you.
Alright, Sophia, stay with me.
That was good. Good boy. Yes.
Good boy, Waffy. Good boy.
That way.
Good boy.
It'll be a little less confusing for him when I'm not around too. Here, I'll trade you again. I'll give you a break since he's got a lot going on here.
Thank you.
Huh? What do you think, big guy? Yes.
Yeah, so how does that work in like real life though? Like with this U-turning and U-turning?
What you would do instead of just the constant... Hi, how you doing?
Hey guys.
Good boy. Instead of just constantly turning, you would do micromanagements on the leash, right? So the leash would be closer if you're going to be in a heel.
Yeah.
And he has less space to go the wrong. It's okay. He has less space now to go the wrong way. Right? Good boy. Right? So instead of oh, he missed it. It's okay. We'll try again. So we'll go this way. Right? And he sees the gentleman. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Right? So instead of you turning, I just use micro leash pressure, but the same concept of him not being able to pull forward through it, right? And then he has to redirect back to me. So it's the same concept, just less movement. I just do more movement at first, so that way people get used to the idea like this. It's just easier for people to understand, right? But the same thing is just having them. Good boy.
That's so cool. You really cute. No, we're okay.
Good boy. Now we're back to starting when we start, and then helping him stop when we stop. You can tell it's a lot harder in the more distracting environments.
Right.
So that's when you need to use the leash a little bit more, or your voice.
He's a princess.
He wants to be a princess. That would be so
Good
pretty.
boy. So letting him smell and explore. Probably let you get going.
Yeah, I gotta get her dinner.
No problem. Hi, how you doing?
Wow.
Oh, good boy. All right. Do you have any questions on that?
I'm sure I will, but
No problem.
I'll be in touch about picking up in a little over a week. Sophia, you excited for Waffle to come home with us next week? Yeah.
I'll go with her if you want
Alright,
to just
cool.
take her with you. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Good job. Come on, Waffle.
So you kind of see what I mean? Because we don't have to just stop and call him every time.
Yeah.
When we start moving, you know, here, because we're going in the same direction,
Yep.
we'll have to add in a little bit, right?
Yeah. And
Get
then
him
when
back.
he looks at you,
Mhm.
then it's a treat or positive. Okay.
Generally, you'll want him to just maintain
Okay, let
focus
go, honey.
through a heel, but that's going to be hard to
Let
do
go.
sometimes. Good boy.
Yeah, right.
Good boy.
Honey, just let it go for now, okay?
Very good. There you go.
Honey, you can let go. I don't want you to get tangled with you. Bubba, I don't want you to get hit in the head, okay? Can you drop it?
No, I'm not going to.
Go ahead, keep
I'm
going,
not
Tucky,
going
keep
to
going.
get hit in the head.
Hi, how you doing? You, oh yeah, you want to say hi? Good boy.
I gave your sister a treat.
Come here, big guy. Waffles.
I have it over here. You want to sit? You want to sit? Can you sit? It's okay. You're fine. You're cute anyway. It's okay. What's his name?
This is Waffles.
Waffle. His name's Waffle?
Yeah.
Waffle?
Yeah. Good boy. Oh, good job, big guy.
Water and dinner.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just put this.
Wait for the guy. Good boy. Good.
Hey.
Good boy. Right? Yes. Good.
Good night.
Good.
All right.
So, wanted to go over a few things now that there's less distractions. First off is going to be the U-turn as opposed to just leash pressure. The U-turn is to make it so there's a much greater amount of movement and a need for the dog to catch up and follow to what's going on, whereas the slight pressure is just kind of give little bits of communication, right? Good boy. See if he needs to use the bathroom here. Good boy. Heel. Good heel. Good. Okay, so now he's gonna check out and do a U-turn. Right? So right there, it makes it so he can't just keep ignoring us because we're now moving in a different direction, and it kind of forces his attention very quickly back the opposite way of whatever it was that got him distracted or interested or excited in the first place. The second one is going to be micro leash pressure pulls, right? So here, if I wanted to slow down, good boy, right? Letting him know that I stopped, right? Because he wasn't able to kind of pay attention to that because he was too busy. Got a lot of people coming up to. Good boy. Yes, good. This way. Now all I'm doing is taking advantage of when I do have his focus to give him some guidance. Good boy. And then ask him to wait. Good. Good boy. It's the same thing here. As soon as he starts going too far, good boy. Good job. Up here. And then we want to try to sustain a little bit of that focus, right? So we're not just constantly ping-ponging. Good boy. A little bit of the micro movements with the leash. Give them a little bit more input. Yes, good boy. Just little reminders, especially when we're trying to maintain a heel or keeping him from going too far in front. Okay. I'm going to stop here before we cross. Good boy. Just felt the leash pressure there. Okay. Notice that I started moving. Hi.
Hey, sir.
Hi, how you doing?
Bodyguard.
Hey. I don't know if he is too great of a bodyguard. Hey, how's it going? Good boy. Good boy. There we go. All right. Good job. Up here. So right here, I'm gonna continue walking to guide him where he should go instead of where he shouldn't go. You can make a big U-turn. We U-turn him right into more distractions, which is gonna happen depending on what kind of environment that you're in. You know, he's gonna have lots of smells, especially in this area, and the next one too. A little bit of leash pressure. Good boy. All right, good job. Okay, now he's gonna go right. I'm gonna go straight. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Now while the leash is still nice and loose, I'm gonna get his attention with his name, Waffles. Yes, good. And there you can tell that his verbal isn't as well as his physical, right? So I wouldn't take too much time in trying to verbally redirect him because it's not quite as strong as his physical redirect. Good boy, good job. But that's just stuff like that we can definitely work on. We just have to add value to his name as well as consequence, right? What I mean by that is when we say his name, he gets the option of listing for a positive reward, and then if he doesn't, then he has a negative consequence for ignoring it. Picking up some speed here. Don't want him to pee on anything. Good. So leash is nice and loose. Nose is distracted. Waffles. So no treat that time, right? Because I had to use the physical one, right? Now we're gonna try again. Let him get distracted by his nose. Leash is nice and loose. Waffles. Right? So it didn't work that time. So now third time we're gonna try again, and we're gonna give him less time to react this time before correcting. And all the correction is just forcing him to pay attention. All right? There you go. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just waiting for him to not be paying attention now and get his nose into something. Good boy. I think he feels like he's being tested at this point. Good boy. Good heel. Waffles. Good. There we go. Cat kind of got distracted, but at least he responded right away that time. Doing some toy shopping. So he's gonna go left, I'm gonna go right. Yes, he's gonna go straight, I'm gonna go right. Yes, good boy. Now when he's gonna go straight and overshoots, I'll use his name again, especially when his nose is distracting him. Waffles. Good, good boy. Good boy. Okay. Waffles. Good. He got distracted by his son's sound in the other aisle. That's why he turned back that way. So I just gave him a little bit of an extra tug to help him refocus. And so now what we'll do is once we get his attention with his name, we're going to have him follow us into a heel for a little bit before being rewarded. So then that helps to train him once we get his attention with his name to maintain focus with that heel with it. Waffles. Yes, good boy. With me? Heel? Yes, this way. Good. Oh, you got a boxer. What do you think, big guy? Good boy. Good job. Sit. Good boy. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good boy. Come. Yes, good boy. Good job. So he did really good there, redirecting. Okay, and now once again, once he gets distracted, Waffles. Good. Heel. Heel. I'm having him just focus on my eyes while I'm moving. Heel. Having him follow me. Yes, good boy. And now he's getting distracted again with his nose, so I'm going to try one more time. Waffles. Yes, good boy. Good job. All right, we're going to keep this video short to kind of add it on to the last one for his mom, but just wanted to go over some things real quick for her. We're of course going to continue working on all these concepts and especially developing his heel and his name redirect, but he's doing really well when he gets the guidance that he needs in relation to how much, you know, distraction wise is going on. So especially at home or in a neighborhood when it's quiet, he won't need as much input or help because there's less distractions. But then out here in a place like this, when there's a lot of people and a lot of smells, a lot of food, a lot of dogs, good boy, he's gonna need a lot more help, especially at first. Good boy. All right. Sit. Good boy. You got something in your eyeball. There you go. Good boy.
No, I know, I understand. Yeah. Because I laugh every time I have a plumber come and I ask to do.
It's okay, big guy. That scared me too.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.